Kay Hall. My co-chair, Catherine Lawson, along with Trish Rudolphs, Kim Vest, and Sarah Martin, have meticulously put together every detail behind the scenes for the programs, with help from Melissa Haber and Reed Henry in the business office. Marie Thomas, Mike Kaler, Jessica Connor, Tom Chafee, and Ryan Asprion have managed all aspects of communication, printing, publicity, and technology. So let's thank the whole village as we enter this weekend of celebration. Now, I know the seniors aren't in the room yet, but once we get to the awards, presenters will try to enter the stage from the left and exit to the right, just to keep the flow going here. After receiving an award, we'll ask you to step to the side for a picture with the student, and then the next presenter will come up. So the last note, underclassmen, note if you don't want to miss the bus, that leaves at 11:15 this morning. Parents and seniors, the seniors will be remaining on campus for graduation rehearsal immediately following this, and that'll wrap up around noon, excuse me. And for tomorrow's graduation, we ask that parking in front of Everdell, the graduates and any individuals with mobility needs will be directed to that side of campus, but our facilities team will direct anyone being dropped off or families gathering to park in front of Middleton and in front of AV tomorrow morning. With all that out of the way, if our seniors are ready, let's stand and acknowledge our seniors as they enter.
As president of the student body, I am honored to welcome each of you to the 2024 Green and White Awards ceremony at the Gunston School. This ceremony is about the hard work and dedication of Gunston students striving for excellence in all areas of pursuit. Today, we recognize both individual and collaborative efforts, as well as we celebrate the many accomplishments of our community. It is my privilege to introduce our head of school, Mr. John Lewis.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the students and families of the class of 2024. Welcome to Green and White Awards. Today, we reflect upon the year, celebrate Gunston, hand out awards, and say a few words about the class of 2024. Mr. Weedy did a lot of thank yous at the beginning, but let me thank both him and Ms. Catherine Lawson, who's not here today. She's at her own daughter's celebration. They've done another great job as the chairs of our commencement ceremony committee. Let's give them a hand. So to the parents and caregivers in this audience, most of you started your government experience reading lengthy emails about phased reopening. I actually looked at that email yesterday. It's 2.5 pages. And you responded to volunteer calls for tent reading. But you finished with gorgeous Instagram stories about base studies in the summer vacation. While some will forget those early, difficult days, I will never forget them. And I want to personally thank all of you for your partnership with the school over the years, especially during that very, very trying first year. Thank you also for the endless hours of care and support, driving, feeding, providing, nursing, policing, firefighting, and teaching. The future of this class is bright, and they wouldn't be here without you. Please do what they can for parents and all parents and parents. So, perhaps, class of 2024, perhaps you recognize this stick. It was lovingly hand-carved by our own Mr. Darling to demonstrate the appropriate levels of 6-foot distancing. I carried this around quite miserably, I might add, during the first weeks of your 9th grade year, much of which was spent demasked in a semi-heated tent. As Mrs. Travis said to me a few days ago, as we were talking about this, she said, right, those are the tent kids. So in thinking about what I would like to do with this stick, I was reminded by Mrs. Gillespie of a folding chair smashing party that we held at the end of the first year, which, by the way, she said was your favorite moment in Gunston. I actually considered if there might be a way that I could ritually burn this at this ceremony, but I've been advised that that is not workable. Instead, at graduation rehearsal later, I'd actually like each of you to sign with a Sharpie so that I can keep it in my office forever as a symbol of the grit, resilience, and grace of the class of 2024. Then as now, I think we're sure where to put that. So Green and White Awards is the final time that I have to share with you a few words of wisdom. And I'll start with a simple but important idea. Your Gunston education belongs to you. It is now yours. For those of you in the audience who are not seniors, your Gunston education is yours. It is yours. And while a few of you might have taken 100% advantage 100% of the time, when I reflect on my own education, and I can clearly remember high school, college, and 2 grad school experiences, it's easy to judge in retrospect how much I made of those experiences and how much of those experiences I squandered. Each of you has done amazing work here at Gunston. But if you were a normal high school student, I trust that during the past 4 years, you did some work with the single goal of getting done so that you could move on to something that you would prefer to do, or to keep your parents or teachers off your back. But never forget that your education, it belongs to you. It belongs to no one other than you. Though someone else might have done it. To this end, there's a Mark Twain quote that I came across the other day that has got me thinking this year more than any other, and I wanted to share it. He said, "The man who does not read has no advantage over the man who cannot read. The man who does not read has no advantage over the man who cannot read." In short, the person who doesn't take advantage of their education has nothing over the person who has no education. You've been given a great gift of education. So as you move on to your next steps, know that everyone gets a fresh start in college, but the same principle will apply to you next fall, and you will see a lot of people around you who take advantage and who do not. But never forget, the person who does not read has no advantage over the person who cannot read. Knowing you as I do, and having taught so many of you, I have full faith that you will take advantage. It's been a privilege to work with you as a class, but per tradition, let me take a few minutes to illuminate the diverse, dynamic, and quite unique individuals of the class of 2024. So who are you? A few weeks ago, I overheard a student say, "Oh yeah, I just milked that color wheel." It was Sean Barry talking about his recent art history exam. Sean, you somehow managed to blend into the background, then here, suddenly, as a superstar from nowhere, on the soccer field, in the art room, at the prom court. Sean, your visual art skills are remarkable, so keep surprising the world from Connecticut College. Quinn Bachman heads to Rowan University in New Jersey. Quinn, I think it's so appropriate that you're literally seated at the three-point line. I cherish the image of you draining three-pointers in those blue shoes, but this line from Mr. D'Antonio's recommendation best captures you. His most exceptional quality is his genuine and humble demeanor. His willingness to listen, empathize, and collaborate with others has made him a beloved figure in our school. Is Serena Bell here? Serena Bell! I heard she won that senior hide-and-seek game, whose name I will not mention. She's clearly a hard person to find, waiting this morning. But if I were playing, I would have hit the barn. In the midst of the equestrian world that she endures, we're going to miss her cheerful and fun-loving nature and and she is at off the chest. About 20 years ago, I did a reference check on someone I was looking to hire, and the person said to me, look, I'll answer all your questions, but just hire him. He's truly one of the good guys. Michael Billings, one of the good guys. One of the good guys. Kind, curious, bright, thoughtful, polite, sports fan, someone you're always glad to see at school every day. You're going to love the beautiful campus in South Regina and Newport. If there's ever a Gunston student who's likely to be heard uttering this phrase in the future, this is your captain speaking, it would be Thomas Callahan. Thomas, your character. I enjoyed traveling with you in Italy and Greece. Every conversation with you is an adventure and new information. And as a college Maine Maritime is waiting. Ben Cook, watching you from my window, I thought you might keel over and die on the first day of cross-country practice in nighttime. Now he is running at Dickinson College. Ben, you're a truth teller. Over the years, you've added a touch of fabric softener to your delivery. I think that was a priority. But never lose your sense of honesty, your deep sensitivity, your loyalty to friends, and your care for others and the world. Alice Crouch, without fanfare, you distinguish yourself at Gunston with a lot of words to start with A. Academic, artist, admissions ambassador, and as a conference champion athlete. You're a talented, savvy, resilient person, and I know you're going to thrive at the University of Tampa. Turner Day is headed to Lafayette College. And Turner, we've had some fun together. I've gotten to know tour guide Turner. 2 lunch Turner. You should see this guy eat chicken flights. Unbelievable. Turkish flight transfer Turner. And trivia expert Turner. He would much rather march around Athens and at the Athens Archaeological Museum with me and Mr. Dice than go shopping for souvenirs. Turner, we're going to miss your grace, curiosity, sensitivity, and kindness. During academic team practice, if there was ever a zoology-related question, Liam Dickey's whole body would perk up like a hunting dog that spied a squirrel. Liam, you're a kind-hearted, fact-filled, gentle giant, an archetypal student athlete. You warm up every room that you enter, which is going to come in handy in the cool climes of the Dickey College. Whenever I hear Aiden Dunlap's name, the sound of a basketball bouncing on hardwood is the next sound that comes to mind. Aiden, you're a great community member, a dedicated student, fun day studies companion, and of course your passion for basketball has made winters in this gym feel shorter. This talented big bird is going from being a Gunston Heron to a Bard College record. Before Harrison arrived on campus, Mr. Henry and I joked that Gunston definitely needed a Dunston. But Harrison is your first name that conjures the images, hair, boots, dancing, deeply insightful class comments filled by total non sequiturs. The music business is a hard road, but passion is always the starting point for success. And you definitely have that passion. Good luck at the big apple. When asked what others thought of you and your application, Allie Fitzgerald, you wrote strong-willed, authentic, clumsy, humorous, intelligent, and ponderous. Ellie, you're all of those things except clumsy and ponderous. We're going to miss our conversations as you head to the warmth of Florida International. Eddie Gillespie, you made me laugh out loud in your application when you shared that the most interesting fact that he ever learned was that Americans eat 35 acres of pizza every day, which happened to be the exact same size as Gunston's campus back then. Eddie, you've always been a bright, big-hearted, talented, fun student athlete with great leadership qualities. For you, the sky's the limit, starting at Elon University. Trevor Green, future JD. I have lots to say about you, but it won't fit into the time that I'm allotted this assembly, so I'll use some shorthand. Academic team, fan rights. Chicago, mug shots. Sports trivia, the Orioles, AP Gov, and the Paradigm Project. Congratulations on being named a presidential scholar at Queen's University of Charlotte. You're a person of substance, resilience, grit, and character with a very great future. I once observed that Colin Hallmark runs like a Marvel superhero. So when the movie Triathlon Man gets made, your star turn may arrive. But what a lot of you may not know is that his academic performance is equal to his athletic performance, which is why he's headed to the University of South Carolina Honors Program to become an orthopedic surgeon. Hurry up, Colin, I've got 2 knees waiting. I printed out Jessica Hammond's Namia's resume to assess her impact on Gunston. The copier took several pieces of paper and I needed a staple, as the resume reflects your authentic dedication to community. You're in the middle of everything, but you're not afraid to go your own, starting at the University of Colorado. It's amazing that Tyler Hansen just recently started playing lacrosse, and now he's off to Anne Arundel. Tyler, your growth at Gunston has been impressive. One of the greatest myths about high school and college is that it's too late to try to start something or pick up a new skill. It's not true. And Tyler, thank you for leading the way. Kate Harrison, every time I would talk to your mother in your early years at Gunston, including this morning when I said hello to her, she would start tearing up as she expressed how glad she was that you were studying here at Gunston. Little did she know that all we were doing was training you to make film and island horror films for our film festivals. As you go to study film at Stevenson University, keep that creativity flowing. Ellie Hassett, my college roommate, also came from California. He always wore flip-flops, no matter what the occasion. So I laughed when Miss S said about you, Ellie loves being outside, but she never has the right footwear. Ellie, I enjoyed, Ellie agrees with you. You're a world traveler, a strong student, a dedicated friend, and you've grown into a confident self-advocate. Enjoy the warmth of Coastal Carolina. Says Mrs. Gravis, Ellie Hodge will single-handedly save the animal kingdom, and I'm sure that she has more pets than anyone in the class, including her own cockatiel and 3 parakeets. Ellie, the world needs more caring souls. Your propensity to care for life, plant, human, and animal is where I know you're going to make a difference, starting at St. Mary's College in Maryland. Abby House-Connect is just your typical honor student, social service leader, class officer, sports manager, yearbook editor, yoga instructor, ROTC scholarship winner. Abby, you're strong, engaged, smart, and resilient, and I know you'll continue to find your interests in unique ways as you head off to the University of Delaware. Sometimes a student comes along whose accomplishments are enormous, but since many happen off campus or without fanfare, they don't get enough appreciation. During her time at Gunston, Samantha Janey has amassed a remarkably impressive resume, especially in the subject of math. While she is an excellent field hockey player, she's a championship-level shooter who heads to Bethel College in Tennessee, whose shooting team is one of the best in the country. Samantha, I would not be surprised to see you as the CFO of a major corporation someday. Samantha Heath, you're a great student, a leader, and a soon-to-be collegiate rower at Sacred Heart. Your clear moral compass and stubborn, strong will are a powerful combination and will take you incredibly far. We're going to miss you in the classroom and on the water. Sophia Kent is headed to play field hockey at St. Mary's College in Maryland. But Sophia, you are more than an elite athlete, you're an elite teammate. You understand that when we work together, there's more that we can achieve. And you take this quality into your relationships, your friendships, with your family, your teachers, and everyone around you. Lauren Nayland, you are my favorite student. No, you're not, because I don't have favorites, despite your spurious accusations. Let me say this, Lauren, you are a whirlwind of talent, charisma, curiosity, kindness, punctuality. Wait, hold on, that's not. I'm going to miss our bus rides, hallway interactions, guys, and your regular feedback of that arbitrary administrative authority. But hey, don't worry, the Army, ROTC, and Holy Cross will have none of that. Lucas LaFleur is headed to the University of Colorado. Lucas, you've always been your own man. So I knew that if I went back to your Gunston application, there would be a golden nugget there. When 8th grade Lucas was asked what his theme song should be, he said, I don't think I have a theme song. I thought about this question for a week, and I couldn't find a good answer. When I asked my friends, the girls had a million answers. And the boys either didn't know or got their answer from their parents. So instead of getting a random song from my mom, I am saying to you that I do not have a theme song. Keep being your own man, Lucas. Roman Larkin, some might make assumptions about you, given your gregarious, joking, and fun-loving nature, an unyielding passion for playing soccer, a touch of academic inconsistency, but those who have worked closely with you know that you are a true and serious intellectual, interested in literature, wordplay, ideas, and concepts. A liberal arts college where you can mix your joy and talents, like Connecticut College, is perfect for you. Ben Lutz, when you came to interview me in my office as part of your pursuit of your Eagle Scout, I remember you weren't sure that you would make it, but I knew you would get there. Eagle Scouts not only do what's right for themselves, but also they serve as upstanders in the community and help others stay on the moral path. Then you're a model student, human being, and citizen, and good luck as a Boilermaker at Purdue. Maddie Lutz, you spent a lot of your 9th year remotely with the camera off, but you finished your 12th grade year in the middle of everything. You're the first person to volunteer, a wonderful student and tutor, and you start your medical career at the University of South Carolina with momentum and confidence. Rowan Lutz, this year's Base Studies was the second long trip that we have taken together, and I've always been fascinated by that small notebook you fill with information at every stop. It's like you're born to be an archaeologist who's going to go to St. Mary's College in Maryland. Rowan, we're going to miss your kind, observant, thoughtful, and generous nature. Jane Mahaffey is headed to Christopher Newport, and with him, the collective foot speed of Gunston declines measurably. Jane, you lit up our athletics program with your fiery competitiveness for the past 4 years, and I will miss watching you. I also know that your teachers and friends will miss your loyal company, good cheer, and sense of fun. Good luck, Jane. Lucia Melchior, this is also here. When I was with Lucia in Italy, she looked right at home. I sometimes worry about students, they head out into the real world. I'm really not worried about Lucia. I'm confident that her combination of intelligence, kindness, savvy, and curiosity will offer her a life of fun, adventure, and success. It seems like every year on Base Studies, I have a senior on my trip, usually on the quieter side, where I end up thinking, dang it, I wish I could have spent more time with this student. Devin Merton, who is off to Wilkes University, this year, you're that. You're a remarkably thoughtful, sensitive, funny, and insightful person, and your future is incredibly bright. Josie Burton, as I said to you a few weeks ago, at disembarkation, Gunston is becoming a much quieter place now that you graduate. Thank you for lighting up the school and the stage with your dynamic personality over the past few years. And I'm so glad that you came to your senses in 9th grade and transferred to Gunston, because it is where you have always belonged. High Point University, look out. Here's the college recommendation that I wrote for Caitlin Myers. Quote, as a former coach, I have always valued players who were scrappy. They hustled, they always showed up to practice on time and stayed late. They never complained about the rigors of practice and games, they rooted for their teammates, and they had a competitive edge with a burning desire to win. Caitlin Myers was scrappy, both in the classroom and on the field, while also maintaining a high level of personal grace, citizenship, and sportsmanship. Caitlin enjoyed the University of Florida. Josh Nussel combines a passion for lifeguarding, where he spent hundreds of hours in the summer guarding lives at a New York water park and working on unquestionably the best start of school tan of any student in Gunston. He combines that with a passion for rocketry and technology, where he is the star of the club. He launches his future at Virginia Tech. One of my favorite words in the English language is raconteur, taken from the French. Translated into modern English, here is the definition. Tillman Overton. Synonyms: commenter, conversationalist, informant, motor mouth, debater, speechifier, and a word I never heard about, superflack, which I learned is the person you choose to send a message when simply no one else is willing to do it. Tillman kept us educated, entertained, challenged, and on our toes. A liberal arts college like Macalester in Minnesota, where ideas flow, is a perfect landing spot for you. Matthew Caraconi, as you pack your suitcase for SCAD, wait, do you have a suitcase? Too soon? You have been a very strong student and a sailor here. Success at sailing means blowing with the wind, but it also combines strategy, keen observation, and quick decision making. This combination of patience and action is going to serve you well in your years beyond Gunston. Kate Porter, my enduring image of you involves the headset and microphone that you wear in your role as a crew coxswain. It symbolizes your sense of responsibility, your innate leadership qualities, your capacity to get people to work together effectively, and the river as your place of peace. I can't wait to see you row on the school boat in Philadelphia at St. Joe's. Taylor Rayner, runner, actress, writer, observer. You are inherently curious. You seek out to find wonder in what others seem to overlook. Fight people, misunderstood animals, and the natural environment. And you embody what it means to care genuinely about the world. Your science college is going to welcome you with open arms. So I dread mean nurses. So Kayla, when I wake up from my knee replacement, I hope that you are there. The best nurses combine intelligence, hard work, and empathy, and you have all three in abundance. You've blossomed at Gunston. I admire your courage and resilience. You head to Anne Arundel with great strength and a boundless future. University of New Hampshire will welcome Luke Roser. We'll welcome Luke Roser. Luke, let me summarize a recent conversation I had with a colleague about you. He is so fun and so sweet. I love him, and he is going to do great things. He's good at pickleball, and even got him the birdie this semester. Luke, you're a Renaissance man, and enjoy the grandstand. Ava Rhines is off to Wake Forest University. Ava, teaching you last year gave me a front row seat to observe your impressive combination of determination, intelligence, consistency, and serious of purpose. As a student, athlete, and social service, you have high expectation for yourself and others, and you have reached these expectations. Mara Shute, I have known you since you were in preschool, and you have always been a bright, entertaining, funny, considerate person. I will miss your star turns on stage, where somehow the nicest guy in Hudson turns into the most treacherous villain. True to your name, Mariner, sail into the future with the wind at your back, starting at Arcadia University. John Cedro-Bernales. John, today, is he coming? Tomorrow. So John Cedro-Bernales is from Spain. He's actually in Spain. He's coming back from Spain. He's on his way back from Spain. He had to go take a national exam to get into university there, but he's going to be joining us tomorrow at graduation, likely a little bit jet lagged. Spain is John's first home, and we wish him all success at the University of Barcelona. But he has made a second home here at Gunston. We're never going to forget the way that he played goalie and tennis like a leopard, or his tremendous leadership and friendship. He is a global citizen, and we know that we're going to see John many times in the future. Annabelle Sinatra heads to Bryn Mawr. Annabelle, you've been a strong voice for justice at Gunston, and I really enjoyed teaching you this year. You're at home discussing high-concept topics, so college is going to be an intellectual feast for you. Thanks for spreading kindness and warmth during your time here and for your willingness to lead. One fact I learned as a longtime coach is that ninth graders eventually grow. So Jonas Smith, when your ninth grade body was thrown into varsity competition, it was clear that you were good and that you were going to grow. But what you never really know as a coach is how a player will grow as a teammate and leader. And while Jonah's gotten pretty big over the years, in those other ways, you have become a giant. He takes his big shoes to play lacrosse and flag row. Anna Spaya is off to Elon University. Anna, you are almost a perfect circle of well-roundedness. Like many people who don't draw attention to yourself, you deserve recognition for your amazing work in the classroom, on behalf of the environment, especially as a social servant in athletics and as a champion for health and well-being. Isabella Taylor, you have grown in confidence and accomplishment every year. You're a person who stands up for what you believe in, and you're a loyal friend and classmate. And you've been part of multiple EASY championship teams as a result of your grit and determination. I know that South Carolina will welcome you. I love that Drew Tolley, I love that you're studying classics at Mary Washington University. Drew, you are a true intellectual, and these ancient texts are referred to as the wisdom literature for a reason. We shall miss your thoughtful, poetic, graceful, and wise kindness. Sometimes I ask for a little help with these bios, and Amber for me, Mr. D'Antonio delivered for you. Quote, she's a bit of a mystery wrapped in a riddle, and then she comes into my office, is all over the place with her thoughts, makes my head spin, and she knows it, and tops it all off by moving and changing things around my office. Rather than arguing with her, stop, I let her have her fun, and when she leaves, I bring things back where she belongs. She's pure-hearted, and Soccer Island and Gunston Island will miss you, Amber, as you head off to play soccer at her sons. Ari Triandos is an artist, philosopher, and loyal friend. R.M. Stratus remarked on how deeply you engage in ethics class across a whole range of topics. And I've spent many minutes in front of the Middleton art case admiring your ceramics and your work beautified the school. Enjoy Coastal Carolina. During the COVID tent year, I watched all of you closely outside my window as ninth graders. And I could think of a few people who seemed as imprisoned by masks and social distancing as Ariel Tucker. Ariel, you were a born free spirit, as well as being whip smart, tough, funny, kind, savvy, and built for success in the real world, which will start next year at Towson University. Jackson Wood, you are a man of few words, but between your extensive academic accomplishments, your strong friendships, and your dedication to success in the crew boat over the past 4 years, you have let your actions do the talking. I know that you are going to make some noise at Furman University in South Carolina. Everyone, the class of 2024. saved her for last. The Samuel A. Middleton Award, named in honor of one of our two founders, is Gunston's valedictorian award, and is given to the senior with the most distinguished academic record during their career at Gunston. This year's winner is a superior student, leader, athlete, community servant, and National Honor Society member. As a student, she finished with a mathematically perfect 4.0 GPA, having taken the most rigorous course load in the grade, including 8 AP courses. She's a member of the Chesapeake Watershed Semester, and having taught her last year as a student, she's engaged, curious, fun, and above all else, totally thorough. If I were a typo on an assignment, usually she would let me know within minutes. She's also been an extraordinary leader, having served as sophomore, junior, and senior class president. And as an athlete, she's a multi-sport and conference champion, has been named captain of 4 different athletic teams. For those of you counting, we only have 3 athletic seasons. Cross country, volleyball, swimming, and triathlon. And just this past weekend, she repeated as the state individual champion in girls triathlon. You might think that this might make her aloof or arrogant, but she is the model of humility and kindness. In Zoe Bazzelli's application to Gunston, she wrote, quote, "I am unstoppable when I set goals. I believe that when I set a goal, it helps me work to 110%. This has been very true during your time at Gunston, Zoe. But how about this? When students are asked on their application what they would take with them to a desert island, it's usually some combination of food, water, a phone, and or some kind of signaling system. But Zoe mentioned an item that no student has ever mentioned in all the times I've read that question. She said, "I'm going to take my swim gear." Presumably, Zoe, because you plan to swim off the island. Now that is confidence, which she takes with her as an elite student athlete to Colby College in Maine. Please welcome the remarkably worthy recipient of this year's Middleton Award, Ms. Zoe Bazzelli.
To all the students, freshmen, sophomore, juniors, and seniors, as well as to all the family members here today and the ones who couldn't make it, and to all of our amazing teachers, congratulations on another school year completed. But most especially to the class of 2024, congratulations on an amazing 4 years that have come somewhat quickly to an end. Writing this speech gave me a great opportunity to reflect on my time at Gunston. 825. That is roughly the amount of times I've driven down Gunston Road towards Middleton over the past 4 years. I have spent about 37,240 minutes driving from home to school to swim practice, and from swim to home, plus another roughly 7,000 minutes traveling to games and meets. I have used, and this is a rough estimate, 2,880 sticky notes, and probably just as many flashcards. I have sent 2,099 emails to zbazzelli24@gunston.org. I checked that this morning, so it's accurate. I completed roughly 2,956 assignments. I've been on 6 different sports teams here at Gunston, some for just 1 season, others for all 4. I've had 4 first days at Gunston, one of which being my last first day, which started off the stream of last for me. A last dance, a last base studies, a last green and white day, go white team. Trying to quantify my 4 years of high school, however, has led me to realize that these past 4 years cannot simply be turned into a list of data points. When what really best summarizes my time at Gunston are the lessons I've learned and the people who have impacted my journey. And now I have the remaining 7 minutes and 45 seconds to try and share some of these lessons and impart wisdom that is not truly mine, but gathered from the far more intelligent and wise people that surround me here today. I'm on the triathlon team here at Gunston. Last weekend, we had our state championship race in Rock Hall. Edits and worries about this speech were some of the thoughts racing through my head as I raced the course. And in my 1 hour, 22 minute, and 12-second race, I could not come up with anything to add to my speech. Admittedly, I had other pressing matters at the forefront of my brain, but nevertheless, I sat down Sunday evening to continue writing and still had nothing. And then it came to me. I can so easily tell stories that fully embody community. I've been swimming my entire life. I can go and dive into any pool with confidence. The basketball court, however, wasn't exactly my most comfortable space. But when I walked into practice on the first day to a team with their arms wide open and a coach, thank you, Brian, willing to work step by step with me to give me the confidence I needed to play, I became completely comfortable. This team, both years I played, were some of the most fun girls I have ever been able to call my teammates. The joy we got from being together, eating pizza, and sometimes playing basketball is something I will remember forever. The people I was surrounded by made long car rides, late nights, and learning a new sport so much fun. Academics and sports are two very big parts of my life, but even more important to me is my faith. Finding people wherever I go who share the same morals and beliefs is something I truly value. At Gunston, that was sharing new music with Ms. Sheets and Mr. Weimer, and working on prayers with Ms. Spoon. Thank you to everyone who has helped me grow in my faith at Gunston and in my community outside of Gunston. The advice I'm trying to leave you with is probably some of the only advice I'm qualified enough to give. For it is not instructions on how to change the world, although I hope you do. It's simply a reminder to make your own world a better place. Find people who lift you up, people who encourage you, people who aren't afraid to challenge you to make you better. Find people who will work hard and strive to achieve collective goals. And most importantly, find people who bring you joy. Build your foundation with these people so that whatever life may throw at you, you are steady because of your strength and the strength of the people around you. In class of 2024, we are lucky enough to have Gunston as part of our foundation. The people surrounding you today, classmates, friends, families, your family, teachers, and administrators, these people are part of the concrete that makes you, you. Even as you leave Gunston to explore new places, meet new people, and add to your foundation, remember that your friends are today, your community, and Gunston as a whole will always be here to steady you and build you up if you ever need it. In that spirit, you all know the saying, it takes a village. So I would like a moment to thank my village. Thank you to my friends for helping me to study and for helping me to not study. Thank you for so many laughs, adventures, and memories I will treasure forever. Thank you to all my amazing teachers. You have guided me to learn so much about the world and about myself. A special thank you to Mr. Stevenson for your encouragement and time and dedication to me as a teacher and coach. To Dr. Goodall for pushing me to do my very best and cheering me on the whole way. To Mr. D'Antonio for being a constant source of information, optimism, and encouragement during my college process and after. He has always had and has my back, ready with a high five or a fist bump. To Mr. Lewis for creating and teaching one of the most engaging, informational, and useful classes I have ever taken. And to Mr. Weimer for guiding me and giving me the freedom to craft my own voice and style. You all have been true lessons in my life. Thank you to Coach Higley and Ben, my coaches on TCY, for all the time you have dedicated to working with me, sending me practices to do on my own, and going to meets with me and your team. Thank you to my family, my parents and grandparents, for ingraining in me through Montessori, Gunston, and into college the value and importance of an education. Thank you for giving me this amazing opportunity. Specifically, thank you to the biggest blessings in my life, my mom and dad. Thank you for being my constant cheerleaders, my support system, my safe place, and my Uber. To the class of 2024, this is something we say in my family, and so now I'm going to use it as my parting words to you. Have fun, do your best, and forget the rest. Thank you and congratulations.
Now, welcome our next award of the quarter.
Good morning, my name is Josh Butler. I'm the athletic director here. I would like to, and it is my honor to be able to present this year's recipients of the Anita Russ Athletics Awards. The award is named after Ms. Russ, which was the first and only Gunston athletic director for 37 years. During her tenure, yes, during her tenure at Gunston, she guided and expanded the athletics department from a small girls-only boarding school program to a robust interscholastic, co-educational, multi-sport program. Aside from the generous and invaluable mentorship that she continues to offer me, her list of accomplishments and contributions to the school and the athletic department are endless. Therefore, in her honor, it is my pleasure to present the Anita Russ Athletics Awards to this year's recipients, who have all demonstrated service to their teams and teammates, service to the school and community, and who live out the values that we strive to highlight in each member of the student body. This year, we will be honoring 2 male recipients and 2 female recipients. In a class full of many worthy candidates, I will list some of the most notable accomplishments for our 2 male winners. Now, our first male recipient. This student is a 3-sport athlete, running cross-country in the fall, swimming in the winter, and doing triathlon in the spring, which earned him 12-star award honors. He is a 3-time Maryland State champion in triathlon. He is a 7-time national champion in taekwondo, as well as a 3rd-degree black belt. Good enough. He is also a 2-time EZAC Runner of the Year, helping the Gunston boys cross-country team win the EZAC championship for 3 years in a row. He made the EZAC All-Conference team for boys swimming and was a key piece in helping the Gunston boys swim team go undefeated this season, beating both Queen Anne's High School in the Horses Cup and Ken Island High School, I'm never going to say that, as well as the EZAC Boys Swimming Championship for the 2nd year in a row. Additionally, this student earned the 2023 Heisman Scholarship, which requires a cumulative weighted high school grade point average of 3.0 or better, participation in a recognized interscholastic sport, and being a leader in the school and community. For these accomplishments and many more, I'm proud to announce the first male recipient, Colin Palmer. This year's second male recipient. This student is a 3-sport athlete, playing soccer in the fall, basketball in the winter, and lacrosse in the spring for all 4 years of his high school career, also earning 12-star honors. In his basketball career, he is a 2-time member of the EZAC All-Conference team, a team captain, a team MVP, and a key part of the EZAC runner-up boys basketball team this year, which was the first Gunston boys basketball team to make the EZAC finals in 24 years. In his lacrosse career, this student is also a 2-time member of the EZAC All-Conference team, a 2-time team captain, a 2-time team MVP, and he improves to number 4 in Gunston boys lacrosse history for single-season saves with 216 this year. What's Up Eastern Shore magazine did a story on this student highlighting the athletic excellence that has afforded him the opportunity to play men's lacrosse next year at Flagler College. For these accomplishments and many more, I'm proud to announce the second male recipient, Jonah Smith. In the class with many worthy candidates, we will also be honoring 2 female recipients. Now for our first female recipient. This student is a 3-sport athlete, playing cross country in the fall, swimming in the winter, and a triathlon in the spring, which earned her 12-star award honors. In cross country, the student athlete is a 2-time member of the EASAC All-Conference team, a 2-time team captain, a 2-time team MVP, and the 2023 EASAC Girls Cross Country Runner of the Year. In triathlon, she is a 2-time team MVP, a team captain, a 2021 and 2022 USA Triathlon Maryland High School State Runner-Up, and the 2023 USA Triathlon Maryland High School State Champion. In swimming, she is a member of the EASAC All-Conference team, a team captain, a 2-time team MVP, and a key member of the team this year that, again, beat both the Queen Anne's County High School and to win the EASAC Girls Swimming Championship. We wish you all the best as you swim for Kobe College next year. We know that you will go on to represent them as well as you have represented us here at Gunston. The first female recipient is Zoe Bazzelli. Now for this year's second female recipient. This student has been making an impact on Gunston athletics for the past 12 seasons, playing field hockey in the fall, basketball in the winter, and lacrosse in the spring, for all 4 years of her high school career. In basketball, she is a team captain and a 2-time EASAC All-Conference honorable mention. In lacrosse, she is a team captain, a coach's award winner, and a 3-time member of the EASAC All-Conference team. In field hockey, the student is a 3-time member of the EASAC All-Conference team, extremely rare, a 2-time team MVP, a team captain, and a 2-time member of the Field Hockey Coaches Association of Maryland, all-men short field hockey team. The student also earned a spot on the National Field Hockey Coaches Association Senior Impact Team, where student athletes are recognized for their character-based contributions like community service and for leadership roles at their school. The students' drive and dedication have left them quite a legacy here at Gunston. We can't wait to hear about all the great things that she goes on to do next year as she plays women's field hockey at St. Mary's. Second female recipient, Sophia Kemp.
You guys all get up for one shot, please.
Now for this year's 12-star award winners. Some logistics before I begin. I will read through the names of the 12-star award winners as one list. As you hear your names, students, please come up to the stage on the left side. Then when you get your award, please stay and exit the stage on the opposite side and stand at the foot of the podium. We're going to get a group picture once all the names have been announced. We will continue to read the list as one big list, so please hold your applause until the end. Once the list has been read, I will explain what 12-star awards means. Now, this year's 12-star award winners are Liam Dickey, Ben Lutz, Eddie Gillespie, Jaden Mahaffey, Jonas Smith, Runs, Caitlin Myers, Sophia Kent, Colin Hallmark, Zoe Gazzelli, Alex Fitzgerald, Mara Nealon, Kate Porter, Kayla Rayleigh, and Turner Day. Now, what is the 12-Star Award? Years ago, Miss Anita Russ implemented the 12-Star Award to recognize those student athletes that for the past 12 seasons have dedicated themselves to their Gunston Interscholastic Athletics team. Being a member of a Gunston Interscholastic Athletic team for all 3 seasons for 4 years straight, all while balancing a rigorous Gunston academic course load, requires a level of commitment, drive, discipline, and all the other unnoticed but absolutely critical characteristics that merits recognition and appreciation. So on behalf of the school, your teammates and coaches, thank you for everything that you've done for Gunston Athletics. Can we give them one more round of applause?
Morning. My name is Kate Larimore, and as many of you know, I am alongside Dr. Ryan Asbrown, co-director of Gunston Players. This year we had a diverse cast and crew working on our production of Night Chills, the combination of 4 Edgar Allan Poe short stories. And being as this production was a compilation of shorter skits, some actors were needed to perform multiple and oftentimes drastically different roles. This meant that we needed to trust in someone who had vast experience playing various parts. We couldn't rely on typecasting for this one. Luckily, we had someone who fit the bill. The recipient of this year's theater award has taken on many stages prior to our own, making audiences both laugh and cry for the last decade. When our own stage reopened post-COVID, this actor participated in each of Gunston's onstage productions with significant roles in The Misadventures of Romeo and Juliet and The End of the World with Prom to Follow, ending with not 1, but 2 lead roles in this year's performance. This individual is charismatic on stage and off in a way that has always been captivating to a crowd, whether that crowd is seated in the aisles in front of him or sitting next to him backstage. Which is why we are so proud to give the 2024 Theater Award to Mariner Street.
Good morning. The Performing Arts Youth Award is traditionally given to a senior who has demonstrated ongoing interest in learning and contributing their interest in music throughout their academic endeavors at Gunston. This year's recipient came to Gunston as a sophomore, and I remember him being very quiet, kind of reserved, with a very wicked sense of humor, and jokes that often provoked more questions than laughs. But his uniqueness and character quickly grew on our community, and his talents in the performing arts program became evident and appreciated by all of us. Not to mention his dance moves, who was mentioned earlier. But aside from performing leading roles in our theater productions, he's also been a staple performer for our Night of the Arts and open mic night events. You can also find his original music and recent album release on SoundCloud. I'm honored to be a part of the student's journey and look forward to seeing where his creativity takes him from here. So please join me in congratulating our 2024 music recipient, Harrison Dunston.
Scott.
This year's recipient embodies the spirit of artistic exploration and innovation. The student can be found in the art room, diligent in painting, drawing, and painting, every chance they were given. In their time at Gunston-Malone, they took classes in photography, pottery, studio tech, and 2D design. But this was just a small part of the students' passion for art. They utilized their skills and strove to be creative in every aspect of their Gunston experience and their life. From stunning visual artworks that capture the imagination, videography that moves and inspires, outside-the-box thinking to incorporate art into beauty and computer science, and contributions in leadership as head editor in the school art magazine group. The student has excelled in their craft and enriched our school community with their passion and enthusiasm. The student sees beauty in everyone's work and offers advice and encouragement with a warm, gentle smile and a kind heart. We're excited to see where your artistic journey takes you next. Congratulations, and awesome.
The Computer Science Award recipient is an individual who, throughout their time at Gunston, has demonstrated mastery of code and leadership. This individual has taken all available coding classes and has maintained perfect marks throughout. More proactively, this individual has championed the program this year as a classroom assistant and intern. For all of his talents, initiative, and genuine passion for technology, it is my absolute honor to present this year's Computer Science Award to Turner Day.
Good morning. I'm Jim Wilson. I teach physics and robotics, and I'm a mentor of the Science and Engineering Club. Today's recipient of the Science and Engineering Award is a student who not only rocked our world, but literally launched it into the stratosphere. His enthusiasm for rocketry has been nothing short of infectious. Thanks to him, we have more students interested in launching rockets than ever before. As the rocketry czar for the American Rocketry Challenge effort this year, he navigated the maze of paperwork and logistics with ease, leading 4 teams with unmatched dedication. He's been a guiding star for experienced rocketeers and a patient, supportive mentor for those just getting started. Working with him in the Science and Engineering Club has been a blast. Let's give it up for Josh Nussel, the world
Good morning. I'm Adele Showalter, the Science Department. Team Science selects an award recipient based on 3 main parameters. 1, an intense curiosity about the subject matter. 2, an extremely hard work ethic. 3, willingness to tackle challenging concepts by embracing that initial struggle and then persevering to the point of mastery. To us, This award is not about who had the highest grade or who took the most AP courses in science. Within a few weeks of teaching the student, I knew I had something very special in my hands. This student embodies all of the characteristics we look for in a recipient and more. I was so impressed with this student's thirst to learn the content as opposed to just memorizing it. This student's work ethic is motivated by their joy for learning, critical thinking, and problem solving. The student carried nearly a 100% average every quarter, yet approached each new unit with passion and drive to learn as much as they possibly could. This recipient was able to apply what they had learned to real-life situations and will be using their science skills as they move on to college. It is my absolute pleasure to give Lucas LaFleur the Science Award this year. Good morning, everybody. I am Elizabeth Sheets. I am the Math Department Chair. The Math Award is given every year to a student who demonstrates a strong aptitude, interest, and engagement in mathematics. Courses completed, grades for each course, class participation, club membership, and extracurricular activities are considered. This student entered Gunston as a freshman taking pre-calculus. That was the year of COVID, as Mr. Lewis has mentioned, and freshmen were the only students on campus for the first weeks of school. She was the only one on campus in her math class with a virtual teacher. And I think most of the time she was sitting in the atrium having to learn as people walked through it. It was not an easy introduction to math at Gunston. Thankfully, she had a great support system at home, excelled, and went on to AP Calculus AB as a sophomore. Sophomore, did you hear that? In her junior year, she took AP Calculus BC and AP Statistics. By her senior year, she had taken all classes we had to offer and went on to take 5 college math courses at Washington College, earning an A in all 5 college courses. This student is graduating Gunston with 20 college math credits and a 4.0. Very impressive. In addition, this student did all of this while being a competitive field hockey player, traveling all around to play, taking care of her horse and riding out her barn, and has become an accomplished sporting clays, track, and skeet competitor. She is humble in her ability and has inspired us all with her grace in the mathematics. She plans to attend Bethel University to study mathematics and accounting, as well as being on their shooting team. Samantha, the Math Department commends you for your impressive accomplishments, and this year's Mathematics Awards is presented to Samantha Jane.
Captain John P. Best was present at and participated in some of the key historical events of the 20th century. Because of this, he knew the importance of history and understanding the world we live in. In 1918, Best entered the U.S. Naval Academy at the age of 16 while the country was at war. He moved up through the ranks, and after World War II was in command of the aircraft carrier at FDR. Best was a graduate of Gunston, served on the Board of Trustees. It is in his honor that the Award for Excellence in History is given. This year's recipient, the Best Award, has demonstrated all the attributes of an excellent student of history. Their open-minded curiosity and insight into historical and political development will serve this student well in the future. The Captain Best Award goes to Michael Dillon.
días. Buenos días. The Spanish Award is given to the senior who has achieved an extraordinary level of comprehension, communication, and interpretation of the language throughout the years at Gunston, while demonstrating a genuine interest in Hispanic culture. This year, we have 2 recipients. Our first recipient provides a remarkable example of commitment to acquiring and learning different skills to communicate in the Spanish language. Her talent, dedication, and class engagement set high expectations for her peers in the Spanish class. This student has an exceptional ability to listen to others and maintains a humble demeanor in the classroom despite her advanced abilities in the subject. Madison, your commitment to acquiring the language has opened up opportunities for you to more deeply connect with your roots, family, and make new friends. Madison, para mí, ha sido un placer ver cómo te has conectado con el lenguaje y la cultura. Estoy seguro que este es solo el comienzo. Our second recipient provides a remarkable example of deep interest in and talent for the language. Her natural talent and willingness to communicate using the language has allowed her to develop high fluency in the language. Over the years, her class engagement and participation advanced exceptionally, allowing her to exponentially grow her skills. Thanks to her, I've had the pleasure of listening to the Spanish word of the day at least 2 times every week this year during Gunston experience. Mari, your genuine interest, engagement, and willingness to participate in all class activities have allowed you to develop extraordinary comprehension and fluency in the language. Mari, ha sido un placer verte adquirir el lenguaje y compartirlo con otros en la escuela. Espero que este solo sea el comienzo. It is a pleasure and privilege to give the 2023-2024 Spanish Award to Madison Lutz and Mari Miller.
Sandy Slocum Spears English Award is named in honor of Sandy Slocum, who was a very talented writer who focused on fiction and poetry and had a passion for English and literature. Sandy was a great person. She died one day driving in a car with her father. She was with her 4-year-old son, and the father was driving. He survived with Sandy and her son. In honor of Sandy and her family, I'm very excited to present this award to a young poet who celebrates the romantic tradition of getting lost in the woods, sitting on a rock and sticking her feet in cold Appalachian stream water. But only a poet would be so bold as to encourage others to do the same. And soon enough, a small fellowship of her friends were sticking their feet in the stream for so long that their feet might uncomfortably numb. This isn't poetry, by the way, this actually happened. The point is that passion is contagious, and the recipient of this award has the sort of passion for fiction, poetry, and literature that has inspired many others to write, recite, and publish their own writing. And this is important. There's a song I want to quote to explain the reason why, and Josie, I know should probably quote Ricky Montgomery on this one, I'm not, so forgive me. The quote is this: "For only the curious have something to find." That's you, Josie. We probably all like to imagine that we're curious people, but sometimes, as we all know, the world can be a very scary place. This keeps some of us from venturing out of our comfort zones and finding the hidden wonders of the world. And so we need poets. We need writers like you, Josie, to encourage us in those moments when we need some courage, to stick our feet in the stream, to write our own poems, and to be curious about what the world has to offer us. Please join me in welcoming Josie Burton to the stage.
The Hyla Ferguson Literature Award was named in honor of Hyla Ferguson at the time of her death by her husband. David described Hyla as an avid reader with a deep love and appreciation for all literature. The bookshelves in the English classrooms are sacred spaces, and the recipient of this year's award treats them as such. She has evaluated with careful detail every book on the shelves of my classroom, and I had a very sweet laugh with her volunteer coordinator, who fondly referred to her as, quote, the one who always has a book in hand. After which I realized the books in question were from my own collection. She analyzes, speaks of, and writes about literature as though every piece she has ever read is a part of her, and I suppose now it is. Even outside of the classroom, she has created her own lunchtime book club spaces simply by loving books so earnestly that people want to spend their free time discussing them with her. Which is to say, she searches out opportunities to read and discuss. In fact, she spent her internship reading 112 essays with me, staying up until the 11:59 deadline as though it were New Year's Eve for fun. She has made essay grading for the last 2 weeks feel like another book club. She both asks for and gives reading lists as gifts, and has already extended to her college professors the same request for book recommendations that our own English department has been feeding for the last couple of years. While we're sad to see her move on, she has promised to mail us her reading log from her college dorm. I'm very proud to extend the Hyla Ferguson Literature Award to you 1,000 times over, Drew Elizabeth.
For those of you who don't know, the symposium is a year-long project that challenges juniors to discover the power of stories by reading a selection of books by an author of their choice. Students write an essay arguing why that author should be read over others. A lot of time is invested in writing about the details that many other people would otherwise overlook. And with that being said, I want to make sure that I thank all of the juniors for their hard work. There's a long list of students who deserve to be recognized for taking their writing to another level. Students, if you could, please stand as I call your name. Family and friends, I ask you please hold your applause to all of the names that we read. Honors recipients include Alex Bent, Jackson Frederick, Elena Frazier, Ada Gupta, Trevor Jansen, Victoria McLashon, Caroline Mirando, Maggie Porciello, Rachel Schneider, Grace Shepard, and Jackson Tranahan. A round of applause for our honors. Students who take the writing to another level earn high honors. These students include Alex Allison, Sophia Bernaz, Lily Grander, Allison Davis, Alex Elfenbein, Lennox Franks, Braden Ham, Grace Hanlon, Dee McCluskey, Isla McCollum, Kaz Morris, Louise Moloch, Margaret Randolph, Olivia Bruns, Emma Sharp, Zach Steinberg, and Neil Walker. Congrats. And now for the Symposium Award itself. Everything you need to know about the amount of respect that the student has for literature can be seen in her writing. But what makes her writing so good? I imagine that Mr. Stevenson might say, well, if you
want to write a good essay, then you need to write a good essay. And I think that there's truth in that. Margaret, anyone who reads your symposium can see that you want to be a good writer. And all year, you fully engaged with and participated in the process of writing a good essay. All year, you were ambitious in choosing to read, study, and write about Nabokov, and embracing the nuance in the stories and of his ideas. All year, you were brave, asking for help, requesting feedback, accepting my notes when they were good, and boldly questioning them if they weren't. All year, you were fearless in your evaluation of the merit and relevance of challenging books that many readers fear, balk at, or straight up DNF. There were so many times when you could have quit or cut corners, but you didn't. To be clear, you asked me and your friends questions about your writing. To be concise, you revised, and revised, and revised. And to be cogent, you experimented with new words, new styles, and new ideas. And you cared. You wanted to write a good essay, and you did that. Please join me in welcoming Margaret right up to the stage.
The Immersion Award goes to a first-year international student who has exemplified the spirit and principle of cultural and linguistic immersion. This student will have fully engaged in all academic classes, participated in clubs and athletics, and will have engaged socially across the student body. From the second Sophia joined our school community, she has made the most of her international experience. Throughout the school year, she has participated with the sailing team and in your crew, and also chose to participate in all 4 club days with mock trial, fiber arts, model UN, and was also a valued member of our Gunston Chorale. To Sophia and all of her international cohort members, we will miss you when you return to your home country, but always remember you have a home here with us at Gunston. It is my pleasure to present the 2024 Immersion Award to Sophia Bernas. It's also my pleasure to lead the international program, and I think you'd all agree that our campus would not be the same without our international community. This year we welcome students from China, Germany, Spain, and Switzerland, and we'd like to just take a brief moment to present them with a certificate of recognition for their outstanding achievement in international studies and contribution to the Gunston community. As you hear your name, please stand. Sophia Bernas, Annie Gang, Jim Liu, Rachel Snyder, Brandon Seavey, and who's not here to say John Saravinas. Finally, I'd like to thank our host families for opening up their homes to our students. A special thanks to the Angarita family, the McCluskey family, the Mulock family, the Best family, and the Yarbrough family. Thank you for all you've done.
Good morning. Let me introduce you to Lori and Amanda, who are the mother and sister of Megan Backworth. Megan was in the class of 2006, and I had the pleasure of teaching her in the Gunston Chorale and the Gunston Players. Beyond Megan's focus on the performing arts, she had an equal passion for athletics, competing in sports teams at school, as well as equestrian and swimming activities off campus. Like Megan, the faculty recognizes the recipient of this award as the junior who is skilled and active in both the performing arts and athletics, and who also exhibits the personal qualities of leadership, camaraderie, community support, and citizenship. This student is an active member of her school and a compassionate friend. For each of the last 3 years, she has played on the varsity volleyball team, rode as a member of the crew team, and acted on stage in the misadventures of Romeo and Juliet, The End of the World with Prom to Follow, and most recently Edgar Allan Poe's Night Chills. An individual of high character, active engagement, and extraordinary artistic skill. We are very proud to award the Megan Virginia Batmorf Award this year to Mia Walker.
The honor this year to present the Claire Broussard Award. The Claire Broussard Award is given to a rising senior who may have struggled in their first year at Gunston without clear academic goals, but who by their senior year or junior year has matured, gained focus in all areas of school, and became directed towards higher education. Claire Broussard created the scholarship as a way to thank Gunston for all that the school and its members did for her. She credits Gunston for helping her change her life. Joining me is Miss Anita Gress, who was Claire's advisor while she was here at Gunston, and she's going to speak for a moment before I award the recipient.
Claire Broussard came to Gunston, graduated in the class of 1996 during the Girls Boarding and Day admission. She came a little rough around the edges. However, during her years, really smoothed out those rough edges and was so appreciative that here's the Claire Broussard.
While this recipient of this award was not one of my advisees, they might as well have been. From their freshman year on, they spent a great deal of time in my room, even when I was not teaching them. As a freshman, the student was challenged by the academics at Gunston and required support. During their sophomore year, they emerged as a completely different student. One who was focused in class, demonstrated determination, and had become an independent learner who advocated for themselves in and out of the classroom. This year, as a junior, all of his teachers agreed that he was a leader in their classes, was dedicated to bettering himself as a student, and was motivated to do well in all academic areas. It has been my honor to have the opportunity to cheer this student on from day one when he sat by my desk as a freshman practicing for his driving test on a phone app, to now when he shares his hopes for college with me and the places that he would like to go and play lacrosse. He is kind, respectful, hardworking, and he has earned the respect of all of the faculty. This year's recipient of the Claire Broussard Award goes to Jack Beasley.
Voted on by the full faculty and given to an outstanding junior. This award was created by former Board of Trustees member Barbara Gale and her husband Tom. The recipient must be an American student residing on the Eastern demonstrates high academic achievement, a strong work ethic, a strong moral character, and who has contributed most highly to building a vibrant Gunston school community. I've had the pleasure of knowing this student for 3 years as part of the mock trial club, my AP US History class, and more recently on the cross-country team and as a junior class officer. This student is bright, kind, dedicated, and involved in all things Gunston. She is always there to lend a helping hand, and as a wonderful bonus, usually shows up with freshly baked chocolate chip cookies, as she did this past weekend, supporting her friends at the Rock Hall Triathlon. The 2024 Bertie Whittico Award goes to Margaret Randolph. Paul M. Long Award, given to the school's most outstanding 11th grader, as voted upon by the faculty, is named after Mr. Paul Long, who served as head of school for 19 years, from 1967 to 1986. Some of you have heard Paul's story. When he took the headship of Gunston, the school was about to close, and Paul, with his forceful, colorful, and persuasive personality, personally lobbied the state to keep the school open 1 more year, guaranteeing that he could raise the funds and meet all state requirements for operation. He was successful, the state agreed, the school kept growing, and it grows even today. I had the pleasure of knowing Paul personally during my early years as head of school, and I love sitting with him and his wife, Dickie, and to hear the stories about World War II and Gunston as a girls' boarding school. He's a member of our Athletics Hall of Fame, and almost every part of our program bears Paul's fingerprints. Our academic building, the Paul Long Academic Building, and this award is named in his honor. We are pleased today to be joined by Paul's wife, Mrs. Dickie Long, who is a longtime friend and supporter of the school, and who lives just right down the road. She is a great champion of the school, and she will help us present the award. So for the Paul Long Award, we're going to actually do that award in front of the podium as opposed to up here. This year's winner is a Superior Student, Leader, Community Servant, and National Honor Society member. In addition to his rigorous course load, he has served as 9th grade SGA representative, 10th grade SGA secretary, and SGA vice president this year. He has been at the forefront of the QAC Goes Purple efforts, and his Eagle Scout ceremony was truly one of the most impressive things I have ever seen in terms of student leadership. Indeed, for his Eagle Scout project at Chester Y, the Queen Anne's County Commissioners declared April 3rd, 2022 as Logan Killy Day here in Queen Anne's County. Well, guess what? June 7th, 2024 is also Logan Killy Day here in Gunston. So we are proud to present the Paul Long Award to Mr. Logan Killy. Let's give a big hand for it.
Good morning. This year, a number of Gunston juniors earned recognition from colleges and universities across the country. Should these students attend the college or university named, they may be eligible for scholarships that vary by institution. Juniors, when your name is stated, please come up to collect your award at the table and remain in front for a group photograph of all junior recipients at the end. First, I will announce our book awards. B. McCluskey,
The University of Vermont Citizen Scholar Book Award goes to a junior who has demonstrated both outstanding dedication to scholarship inside the classroom and impressive duty to citizenship outside the classroom. Congratulations, V. Catherine Sadler. The St. Michael's College Book Award for Academic Achievement and Social Conscience is presented to a junior for academic success and exemplary community involvement. Congratulations to Catherine. We will now announce our college award recipients. Kate Seibert. The Clarkson University Achievement Award is presented to a qualified junior each year who demonstrates leadership and outstanding academic achievement. The recipient will be eligible for a minimum of $80,000 in scholarships over 4 years. Congratulations to Kate. Alex Allison, Alex Elfenbein, Braden Ham, Isla McCollum, and Justin McCubbin. Rochester Institute of Technology offers several award programs which recognize outstanding high school students for their leadership, service, and achievements. These awards are accompanied by a $76,000 scholarship for each recipient if they apply and are accepted to RIT. We are pleased to recognize Alex Allison with the RIT STEM Award, Alex Elfenbein with the RIT Business and Leadership Award, Braden Ham with the RIT Science and Math Award, Isla McCollum with the RIT Art and Design Award, and Justin McCubbin with the RIT Computing Award. Congratulations. We have some more. Lily Brainer and Louise Mulock. St. Bonaventure University offers scholarships valued up to $80,000 over 4 years. Based on their academic achievements and on qualities that reflect the core values that St. Bonaventure University holds dear, such as academic excellence, integrity, leadership, compassion, and appreciation for diversity, we would like to recognize our 2 recipients, Lily and Louise. We have 4 scholarship awards from the University of Rochester that make the following 4 students eligible for a minimum of $40,000 over 4 years. Olivia Rice. The George Eastman Young Leaders Award goes to a student who demonstrates strong leadership, high academic achievement in challenging courses, and extensive involvement in extracurricular activities. We are pleased to recognize Olivia. Margaret Randolph. The Frederick Douglass and Susan B. Anthony Award goes to a student who demonstrates commitment to understanding and addressing difficult social issues, is a leader dedicated to community action, and has strong grades in rigorous courses in the humanities and social sciences. We are pleased to recognize Margaret. Elijah Moore. The Losh and Long Honorary Science Award goes to a student who demonstrates high achievement and rigor in math and science courses, and makes positive contributions to their school community. We are pleased to recognize Elijah. Justin McCubbin. The Xerox Award goes to a student who demonstrates a strong interest in innovation, exposure to new technologies, and finds new approaches to old problems. We are pleased to recognize Justin. Braden Ham. The Rensselaer Medal Award from Rensselaer Polytechnic Institute for outstanding achievement goes for outstanding academic achievement in the study of math and science, and is worth up to $120,000 over 4 years, and goes to Braden. Victoria Nestle. The John B. Stetson Scholarship from Stetson University recognizes an exceptional student who exemplifies academic potential and future success. Congratulations, Victoria. Mia Walker. The Alfred University Scholars Award recognizes a student of character who inspires others with their leadership and academic exploration and embodies the positive attitude, academic initiative, and social awareness of a true Alfred Saxon. Congratulations, Mia. We now pause for a group picture of all juniors recognized in this portion of the program. Congratulations. know we are so proud of the class of 2024 who had an incredibly successful college admission season and amassed over $11 million in merit scholarship awards. Congratulations, seniors. Seniors, your instructions are a tiny bit different than the juniors. I know you can do it. When your name is stated, please stand in place to be recognized, and your award will be passed to you. After all senior recipients have been named, we will ask you to come to the stage for a group photograph. Zoe Bazzelli, Jessica Hammond, and Samantha Jane. Each year, Governor Wes Moore recognizes the scholastic achievement of top academic performers with the State of Maryland Scholastic Merit Award. Congratulations on your outstanding academic history and achievement, Zoe, Jessica, and Samantha. Anna Faya. The Midshore Community Foundation is pleased to manage scholarships that support students in Caroline, Dorchester, Kent, Queen Anne's, and Talbot counties. Scholarships are awarded based on academic achievement, community service, and other criteria specified by the donor. We are pleased to recognize Anna, who was awarded the Healthcare Scholarship worth $5,100. Congratulations, Anna. Jessica Hamler. Zoidman Family Dentistry and Associates is pleased to award Jessica with a $1,000 scholarship to college. The scholarship recognizes students who have demonstrated a desire to attain a higher education and have shown an understanding and appreciation of participation in their community. Congratulations, Jessica. Aiden Dunlap. The Howard County Professional Firefighters Association would like to recognize Aiden with a $1,000 scholarship for college. Congratulations, Aiden. Caden Harrison. Caden is the recipient of the William A. Carey Scholarship from the Waterfowl Festival worth $2,000, a Maryland House of Delegates Scholarship from Delegate Christopher Adams, the Tillman Area Youth Association Scholarship worth $1,000, and the Talbot Waterman Association Scholarship worth $1,000. Congratulations, Caden. Now I would like to invite you and Maggie Jarboe to the stage.
I am Maggie Jarboe. I'm the class, I'm chair of the Scholarship Committee at the Tillman Waterman Museum, located on Tillman Island, Maryland. This museum focuses on celebrating the life of the waterman and the history of Tillman Island. How does this relate to the scholarship? Well, we feel as a board that supporting helping outstanding students that started their education in Tillman. We feel very strongly that helping these students follow their dreams is the perfect way to carry on the legacy of the museum. We are very proud today to award a $1,000 scholarship to senior at Gunston, Caden Harrison. Caden exemplifies the love of learning and dedication to succeed. His experience at Tillman Elementary and St. Michael's Middle School in Gunston provided a solid foundation as he heads off to Stevenson University.
Abigail Halstead and Mara Leland. Abby and Mara, I invite you to join me on stage. Here to present Abby and Mara with recognition for their Army ROTC scholarship is Staff Sergeant Nick.
Good morning. My name is Staff Sergeant Wong from the Johns Hopkins University Army ROTC program.
The two individuals that I'm going to be inviting out to the stage have proven themselves to seasoned leaders that have the intellect, the potential, and the capacity to lead. Now, their experience is going to be similar to most college experiences, but their collegiate experience will differ in one way. While the majority of college students are still sleeping in at 5 a.m. in the morning after a night of studying, they'll be waking up, getting ready for physical fitness. They'll be investing in their bodies for the journey ahead. That journey is going to be filled with tears, sweat, and they're going to wonder, why did I even do this at all? But at the end of it, they'll earn gold bars that will recognize them as officers in the United States Army, leading upwards of 60 of our nation's bravest and brightest in a role that is pivotal to national security and the defense of our nation. On top of that, they'll be commanding millions of dollars worth of equipment, and they'll be recognized as lieutenants. Without a doubt, I believe these two individuals, Marin Nealon and Abigail House-Connect, are fit and ready for this job. Without further ado, I present them with their Army ROTC scholarship check worth the entire tuition at their chosen university.
Seniors, if we read your names just now, please come forward to be recognized for the photograph.
The Paradigm Project is another extensive writing project in which seniors reflect on experiences, people, and places that have a transformative impact on their understanding of who they are. Seniors then tell their story. Again, there's a long list of students who deserve to be recognized for going above and beyond our expectations. Again, students, if you could please stand as I call your name. If you have any friends, I once again ask that you hold your applause until all names have been read. Okay, honors first. Sean Berry, Michael Billings, Zoe Gazzelli, Ben Cook, Alice Crouch, Turner Day, Aiden Dunlap, Alec Fitzgerald, Trevor Green, Colin Hallmark, Kaden Harrison, Abby House-Connect, Samantha Keith, Rowan Larkin, Maddie Lutz, Rowan Lutz, Caitlin Myers, Kayla Rayleigh, John Serafinalis, Anish Playa, and Ari Trianovas. A round of applause for all honors recipients. Now for high honors. Harrison Dunstan, Samantha Jane, Mara Nealon, Devin Merton, Josie Merton, Taylor Rayner, Annabelle Sinatra, Bella Taylor, Drew Colley, and Amber Tormey. Congratulations, high honors Last but not least, I'd also like to thank my colleagues who helped mentor students throughout the Paradigm Project. Senor Kim Margarita, Mr. Chafee, Ms. Connor, Mr. Antonio, Mr. Frida, Dr. Bill, Ms. Gravis, Mr. Kelly, Ms. Larimore, Mr. Lewis, Mr. McFarland, Ms. Sheets, Ms. Showalter, Mr. Stevenson, Ms. Wheatley, and Dr. Wilson. Thank you again for your mentorship.
So now to present the Paradigm Award. I'm not really sure how the student's going to feel about me talking about her in front of all of you. I think she'll dig it, but if not, oh well. This isn't actually the first time that she's been embarrassed in public. What I mean by this is that last year, the recipient of this year's Paradigm Award shared her symposium essay with the author that she spent an entire year writing about. What's cool is that the author actually did reply, but what's not cool is that the email bounced. Fortunately, this is the 21st century, and the author, Michelle Baker, could post a reply on her blog for everybody to see. And so, Annabelle, I figured Michelle Baker is okay with embarrassing me in public and so on. So what everyone needs to know is that Michelle Baker told the world that she was glad that you shared your essay with her. Of course, when you write like you, I'm sure she was glad. One thing, however, I don't think that we're all sure of is that we all have a story worth telling. Hopefully we've all been told this, but I'm not sure if all of us truly believe it. Again, Annabelle, your film embodies what the Paradigm Project can be. Especially if we believe that our experiences matter, that the time we spend in spaces like our room, literally and figuratively dreaming, climbing out the window, that the faces of people we know and that we don't know matter, that the meaning of the Victorian flower language matters, that the stories that we tell matter. Your paradigm, your film, and most importantly, your story reminds me of how important it is for us to share our stories with others. And like Michelle Baker, I'm glad that you shared not just with me, but with all of us during Benson's Film Festival. And I am sure that future students will be encouraged to share their stories with others as much as you have encouraged me to continue to share mine. Please join me in welcoming Annabelle Sinatra to the stage.
Good morning. My grandmother, Marguerite Thomas, was the business manager at Gunston for 35 years. She was humble, selfless, kind, and made the best lemon meringue pie. This award was created in her honor from her retirement in 1992.
Good morning. The Marguerite Thomas Community Service Award goes to the senior with the highest quality and variety of service. This year's senior class completed nearly 4,500 hours of community service, both inside and outside of Gunston, all while managing challenging academic schedules, participating in at least 2 seasons of sports, and being involved with their club activities. The recipient of this year's award served as a Gunston and Mission Ambassador over 4 years, dedicating time during school days to host visiting students, during the evenings to attend high school fairs, and time on Sundays to be a guide during open house events. As a member of the Student Leadership Institute, this student also spent time in the summer orienting new students to the Gunston community and culture. She was also a science lab assistant during the New Student Expo Day. As a college admission ambassador, this student welcomed college admission officers to Gunston and volunteered at the Midshore College Fair hosted by Gunston. Outside of Gunston, this student volunteered at the Talbot Optimist Club, the Talbot Waterfowl Festival, served as an operating room volunteer at the University of Maryland Regional Health Emergency Center, providing medical relief to children impacted by natural disasters in Costa Rica with the Foundation for Internal Medicine, Relief for Children, and volunteered with Travel for Teens. That is quite an impressive list. It is my absolute pleasure to present this year's Marguerite Thomas Community Service Award to Ava Runs.
Weber. I'm the director of the Chesapeake Watershed Semester in Sustainability at Princeton. The Environmental Stewardship Award is an award to the student who has demonstrated a working understanding of environmental stewardship, who has exhibited leadership in organizing and inspiring sustainable actions, and who has promoted an attitude of environmental responsibility in others. The award itself, fashioned as an oyster reef, was designed and crafted by our art teacher, Jess Connor, to represent how environmental stewardship builds and spreads within a community, enriching and improving the ecosystem. Awardees are presented with a porcelain oyster shell, also crafted by Jess Connor, as a reminder to continue to plant the seed of environmental stewardship in the communities they join. This year's recipient has left no question about what matters to them most. Since they've stepped on foot on campus, they've acted as a consistent participant of our environmental club by serving as one of the club's leaders and taking on coordination and organization of the club. They have consistently participated in environmental events, including the annual Stream Clean, Assateague camping trip, and the Upper Shore Youth Environmental Action Summit. Additionally, as a Girl Scout, this student has taken on environmental action projects outside of school. What strikes me most about this student, though, is their passion, is that the student's passion for the environment is that they desire to pull others alongside them. Oh my goodness. This student has always shown up with a smile and welcoming demeanor for any project or event. They understand that environmental stewardship must be done with friends. In many ways, I feel at ease knowing that we have this kind of young adult entering the world. I'm honored to announce the 2024 Environmental Stewardship Award winner, Hannah Schreiber.
The Diversity Leader Award goes to a student leader who makes a significant difference in the Gunston community as an advocate for diversity, equity, and inclusion. The student who earns this award has demonstrated a track record of leadership, organizing, and inspiring actions that promote diversity on campus. I am honored to have worked with the student in multiple capacities. We also started Gunston at the same time. We've worked together in both our DEI initiatives and various performing arts programs. But most importantly, she has demonstrated leadership skills in both STLC and the GSA. Throughout her time as a diversity leader here at Gunston, she's attended and presented at various conferences throughout the state and events right here on campus, all focused on recognizing, appreciating, and educating us on the diversity that makes up our community. We are grateful for her work. Please join me in thanking and congratulating and welcoming back to the stage our 2024 Diversity Leader winner, Annabelle Sinatra.
Given to a senior who has demonstrated the most significant personal, social, and academic growth while at Gunston. When this student entered Gunston, they were not confident in their academic ability and would often avoid challenges. Fast forward 3 years, and now as a senior, they embrace challenges, seek extra help, and have developed a strong work ethic. One of their coaches said, and I quote, "On the field, they were a leader and went out of their way to teach, encourage, and welcome new players to the team." One of their teachers said, "As seniors, I encourage students to self-advocate and to ask for help." This student took that advice to heart. The same work ethic that helped them make them a starter for the Gunston Athletics helped push them to be successful in my class. As their advisor, I can attest that this student has transformed into a dependable, hardworking, respectful student who goes the extra mile for their classmates, teammates, and teachers. It is my pleasure to recognize Tyler Hansen as the more
The faculty chooses to award 1 or 2 seniors who have served the school community and enriched the spirit of Dunston through their steady participation. The class of 2024 is so remarkable that our faculty selected 2 students to receive this great honor. I will speak about each student, and then we give them a big round of applause, and as we are soaking in the applause, I will ask that these 2 students come on stage to receive the award. Allie Fitzgerald. Allie has an inquisitive nature, unwavering focus, and possesses genuine kindness. In fact, her advisor says that Allie is one of, if not the, kindest and most supportive students he has ever taught and coached. She demonstrates her kindness by simply asking questions about your day, bringing home a kitten she found on campus, encouraging her teammates during swim meets, and waking up incredibly early on a cold and blustery Sunday morning to cheer on friends as they run a marathon. She is truly exceptional. She exudes humility and offers unwavering support to her peers. As a member of our cross-country and triathlon teams and the president of the National Honor Society, Allie exhibited exceptional leadership skills, conscientiousness, and a proclivity for pushing her own boundaries. Faculty members say that Allie is eager to learn, passionate about improving, focused on making sure others feel included and valued, and excellent at asking questions that help others understand. May you continue to build relationships on a foundation of kindness and loyalty, make others feel valued with your genuine interactions, seek advice as you bravely pursue your goals, and build the future you have so carefully dreamed and planned. Abby Houseplant. Abby is joyful, reliable, curious, resilient, and thoughtful. Her leadership and dedication were invaluable as a class representative, and Abby could always be counted on to accomplish goals. She emerged as a leader of the class as co-editor of the yearbook, creator of the content on the senior Instagram page, and led on many other senior traditions. Abby demonstrated respect for the faculty by seeking their advice and working with them to achieve her goals. She constantly surprised me in good ways. Whether it was bringing me farm-fresh eggs to aid me in baking treats for our base studies trip, excitedly explaining, "I'm going to college" at some point during most of our appointments, or enthusiastically diving into March month. Abby's sincere and compassionate nature always shines through. When met with a barrier or challenge, Abby, I love seeing the glint of determination in your eyes as you set your mind to conquering the task at hand. May you always continue to find the positives, say yes to new opportunities, uplift others with your generosity and spirit, and steadily work towards your goals until you achieve them. Congratulations, Allie and Abby.
Gunston's Leadership Award recognizes one senior who, during their high school years, has effectively, positively, and constructively guided and directed others in thought, speech, and action. They have consistently demonstrated initiative and follow-through, both seeking out need and pulling out others to meet that need. At Gunston, this student has served as an admission ambassador, participated in the Student Leadership Institute, earned recognition as an MVP and all-conference player in varsity volleyball, led her tennis team as captain in both 11th and 12th grades, and kept her class straight as secretary all 4 years. In addition to her service at school, Jessica has honed her leadership skills through involvement in the Rotary Youth Leadership Award and as a student leader at the Upper Shore Youth Environmental Action Summit. In fact, because of her Girl Scout Gold Award project, which educated and encouraged community members of all ages on ways that they can help care for the natural environment, Jessica was named the Channel 47 ABC WMDT's Emerging Leader. We agree. On behalf of the faculty, it is my distinct honor to present the 2024 Leadership Award to Jessica Hammond.
The Gunston Award began in 1969 as the Gunston Girl Award during the era of the girls' boarding school. It became the Gunston Award in 1997 as we transitioned to a co-ed and day school. This award is unique in that it's chosen by the vote of the students, the faculty, and the staff. Each of us has the opportunity and the responsibility of selecting a single senior that we feel embodies our core values on a daily basis. Each year I like to frame the award around the responsibilities of the community, which is our moral code and our moral compass. The first principle is respect, which is demonstrated through words, actions, and attitudes. In classes, meetings, sporting events, green and white days, and oral or written communications, this student has displayed the highest regard for others, which has fostered positive relationships throughout our school. The next is responsibility for personal and academic excellence. The state of Maryland requires that students graduating from an independent school have 21 credits. Gunston requires 24, and this student has finished with 28 total credits, including 10 honors classes and 8 AP classes, plus a semester's worth of credit in the Chesapeake Watershed semester. Academic rigor, multiple club memberships, high-level leadership roles, and a variety of athletic awards reflect this student's commitment and level of responsibility and excellence. Awareness and appreciation of differences. This student recognizes the unique strengths and diverse backgrounds of their peers and teachers, which promotes understanding and collaboration. A role model of citizenship and a thoughtful leader, this student makes every person feel important and worthy. Honesty in speech and in action without fail. Trustworthy always. Personal and academic integrity are the student's guiding stars. The Gunston community has benefited from this student's earnest investment in all academic, social, and personal commitments. And the final principle is the promotion and practice of camaraderie, which creates a strong sense of unity among classmates, teammates, and club members. Focused, diligent, and highly communicative, the students' actions have mirrored this important value and help cultivate relationships which are the enduring signature of the Gunston community. Being selected by the vote of the school-wide community is a testament to the students' understanding and practice of camaraderie. At the close of this student's 700 school days and 336 minutes of classes and sports, it's my honor to present the 2024 Gunston Award to Zoe Gonzalez.
Mara, Neiman, and Logan, you can come on up. Our thanks go to all of the SGA members and their faculty advisors for your leadership throughout the school year. With Without the officers and representatives from each class, we would be missing out on bake sales, dress down days, the back to school dance, Fall Spirit Week, homecoming, the Centerville Parade, Junior Senior Day, and prom. Before we look to next year, let's recognize this year's SGA executives. Eamon Schaffer served as secretary and chief quote reader. Logan Cook was vice president and dance committee chair. And now it's my privilege to award the traditional gavel to our outgoing student body president, Marin Neelan. We applaud all three of you for your service to the community.
We now recognize those who have been elected to class office for next year. Note that any vacancies will be filled by a separate coach in the fall. Please hold your applause until all officers and representatives for each grade level have been announced.
Next year's sophomore class officers, please stand to be recognized. For representatives, we have Austin Carlos and Camila Nonmaker. The treasurer will be Kennedy Cooper. The secretary will be Natalie Edelin. Vice president will be Maria Boone. And president will be Marley Farr.
Next year's junior class officers, please stand and be recognized. The representatives are Gianni Figliosi and Lucas Watkins. The treasurer is Nevin Porter. The vice president is Emma Morris. And the president is Kate Andrews.
Next year's senior class officers, and please stand to be recognized. Representatives are Margaret Randolph and Olivia Bruns. Treasurer is Lennox Franks. Secretary is Grace Hamlin. Vice President is Kaz Morris. And President is Menta Olina.
Finally, we recognize those individuals elected as next year's SGA executives, who will run weekly all-school meetings, monthly SGA meetings, and represent the entire student body. Please stand and be recognized. Secretary, AJ Frederick. Eamon Schaffer. Logan Hilly.
Hi. This year, the senior class voted on as our class gift to revitalize the outdoor classroom down by Heron House. This will include new benches, mulch, flowers, and classroom materials. As a class that started outside in the tent, our hope is that as many classes as possible will be able to take advantage of this space, not out of necessity like we did during COVID, but to truly appreciate and embrace Gunston's location and the opportunities that it brings. Thank you.
So at the outset of my remarks, I share with you how powerful and precious your Gunston education is. And truly more than any factor, it is your teachers that make it so. It's a special thing in life to be guided by such a dedicated, talented, and collegial group, community of professionals. It's a privilege for me to work with them every day. And when I think of what they have done for you, especially you as seniors, over the past 4 years, it really takes my breath away. So if we could, I would like to just take a moment and please give a hand to your teachers. which is fun and raucous, where we celebrate milestones and honor departing colleagues. And we offer different milestones. So every year we offer a precious first-year medal to those who have survived their first year at Gunston. And so please wait until I'm done to offer them applause. Mr. J.K. Hall, who is a member of our facilities team. Ms. Catherine Lawson, who's our Director of Alumni Relations and Events. Ms. Sarah Martin, who's the Assistant to the Head of School. Mr. Clay Saunders, as part of the Math Department. And Dr. Jamie Fleetwood, who taught chemistry this year, not for the full year, but I think it felt like that for all of us. So she will be back next year. So we'll probably give her a 1.5 year medal next year. So to those who have survived year one, please give them a hand. Our Director of External Relations and Communications, Ms. Marie Thomas. Celebrating 15 years at Gunston, Dr. Ken Wilson. Celebrating 20 years, we tried to escape this year, but we wouldn't let him. And that is our Director of Maintenance, Mr. Ernie Darling. We also have 3 people who are celebrating 25 years. And celebrating 25 years at Gunston are Mr. David and Mrs. Reed Henry. And celebrating actually his 55th year teaching, but his 25th year at Gunston. He continues to try to retire without any success, and that is our own Mr. Ben Dice. Valued team members who are departing this year. Ms. Amanda Pesci, who led our art department, is pursuing new professional opportunities. We say goodbye to Ms. Ronnie Besnick, who has led our Chesapeake Watershed Semester Sustainability programs over the past 4 years. I just want to say it's really exciting. So yesterday we actually learned that the school is being awarded a second $100,000 grant from the Ford Foundation to support the watershed semester and our environmental programs. The comprehensiveness of that application and the intensity of it, the amount of work that gets done to do that, including visits, was really handled almost entirely by this neighbor. So it feels like, where are you? Sorry. Okay, sorry. Speak crowd. I just feel like a fitting tribute to you as you head to Upstream Alliance. So we know you're not going to be far away. So please give a hand to Ms. Ronnie Besnick. Finally, we do a fond farewell to Ms. Millicent Sheets, who is stepping back from full-time teaching. Her contributions as a teacher, coach, advisor, mentor, colleague simply cannot be measured. And somehow I think you're going to be probably as successful in retirement as Mr. Dice. We're stepping back from teaching with Mr. Dice, so I have a funny feeling we're going to be seeing you. But let's give a big hand to Mrs. All right, so one public service announcement to seniors. Please don't run off after this ceremony. We have a graduation rehearsal which is required and meet down at the tent. That shouldn't take long. We look forward to welcoming you there. All right, this is a moment that I've been waiting for desperately this year, and that is Mr. Breda, who will finish the ceremony by giving us information about the winner of the green and white.
Excited to share this with you as a dear colleague. 2023-2024 Green and White Champion. We are gathered here today with hearts that are filled with excitement and anticipation. You're ready, there's a lot of really good words that AI came up with it. As we come to the culmination of yet another year of friendly competition between the Green and White team, aka Green and White Man. Now, before I reveal which team won, let me just say, people wanted it badly this year. The image that is sticking in my mind, like an agent, is seeing how red the faculty faces were getting pulling that tug of war rope. People nearly lost their lives. From the exertion. It was fun. It was a lot of fun to see how much it meant to people. Kidding aside, it's time to reveal the winner.
Mr. Brennan.
A little early on that key, but go ahead, keep going.
I don't need cues. You get a microphone. So,
So, for those of you that don't know me, chose to forget me or don't really care, my name is John Miller, and I was the former athletic director here at Dunston for 6 years. Still have my first year medal. I made it, and you're the very first health and wellness team in this class. And I can absolutely say that you are my most favorite Dunston class of 2024. So I was unceremoniously stripped of my green team affiliation, as it were, when people said it wasn't fair for people such as ourselves to take sides. And so Coach Breno called and he said, "Hey man, what are you doing on a Friday?" I said, "I'll drag this out. You can do that." But it's been a long time since I've been here. Green and White Day is something that's tremendously important. So I asked for a little audience participation. It's always very important. So if all of you could check under your seats for the envelope that I put under there. It works every time. It's unbelievable. So I continue to practice 11. When did the buses come? Like 11. Perfect. So I haven't been here a long time. So Mr. President, this is your show, not mine. So why don't you tell me what I've been missing the last 4 years? Oh man, I'll give this back to you, but I'm gonna take this. See.
This point I would have said, great question, former Gus Athletic current Archbishop Spalding Director, John Miller. Can we go to John? He gave all right, but before we go through each and every event, because that's what you were going to ask John, is I think it's important that we back it up to the very beginning. And spend some time talking about what Green and White Day is and why it's important. Green and White Day is a tradition that dates back for many years, and it holds great significance for the Gunston community. On this festival day, students, faculty, and staff proudly don the school's colors, green and white, to showcase their unity and support for the school. The illusion? The day itself is a spirited and exciting field day filled with various activities, games, and challenges that promote teamwork and sportsmanship and brings together the entire school community.
Who's the winner?
Colin might need your black belt abilities. I need to start over. I lost my spot. The day itself is a spirited and exciting field day filled with various activities, games, and challenges that promote teamwork and sportsmanship and brings together the entire school community in a celebration of school pride, camaraderie, and friendly competition. This year, even NFL Hall of Famer and Baltimore Ravens legend Ray Lewis couldn't even deny his green and white day pride and agreed to be part of this spring's announcement.
Hey, Tom. Doesn't he do such a great job? He does. He does. I'm so proud of you, Dad. Can we get to the end now, please? Please? What do you think about it? All right. You're doing great, though.
Okay, can someone please get that microphone? Okay, thank you. Thank you for the comment. Well, like I was saying, Green and White Day is more than just a single event. It is a cherished tradition that celebrates the unique spirit and community of our school. And it serves as a reminder that we are all part of something greater than ourselves, and we can achieve greatness. Now, my plan was to go through the events in chronological order, but I'm getting the sense that everybody wants me to hurry up and get to the thing that we all really want to find out, and that is who our captains are going to be for next year. But before I do that, I would like to call up this year's Green and White captains, John Servan-Naus, Sophia Kent, Eddie Gillespie, and Joy Gazelle. I make it a point to thank our captains at this event because being a green and white captain is not easy. I mean, the burden alone of keeping the Green and White Day announcement a secret from their family and friends, that wears on these days. Parents and teachers of high school students, think about that sacrifice. A teenager needing to be deceitful, and for an absurdly long amount of time, and about something that they don't even truly need to lie about per se, as much as just not offer an answer at all, but still they craft an elaborate untrue story anyway. No. That doesn't come naturally to teens. That takes a level of commitment and dedication that we can only expect out of our best and brightest teenagers. And that is one of the reasons why we don't want our 4 senior captains to carry that burden alone anymore. Since we have grown in size as a school over the years, we are going to also expand the Green and White Day leadership opportunities. Starting next year, the expanded leadership opportunities are going to include the introduction of deputy captains. These deputy captains will help carry the load of planning and executing the Green and White Day announcement, as well as helping to coordinate event signups during the actual event itself. To outline the new Green and White Day leadership structure and announce who the deputies will be for next year, I would like to call up Assistant Athletic Director, Ms. Natalie Whitaker.
The students have elected 1 member from the green team and 1 member from the white team for Arising 10th graders, as well as 1 per team for Arising 11th graders. These 4 students will serve as deputies for the 4 senior captains. The incoming 9th graders will elect their 2 deputies after sorting day. When you hear your name, please come up to the stage. The 10th grade deputies for the green team, Dylan Cronky. For the white team, Ben Clark. The 11th grade deputies for the green team, Layla Kent. For the white team, Ben Simon. I would like to call back up Mr. Brenner to announce who the captains will be for next year, and hopefully who won this year's green and white.
Our captains for the green team, Grace Shepard and Zach Steinberg. Captains for the white team, Victoria McGlashan and Riley Walker. captains, as is tradition, please do your first of many flag waves. Very nice. A final word for the new captains and deputy captains. Now that you're stepping into these leadership roles, it is your duty to practice this foreign concept known to you as deception, so that you're ready when the time comes. One drill I recommend for you all is that next year during the school day, when a teacher sees you wandering the halls of Everdell, and then 5 minutes later they run into you walking the halls of AB, and they ask you what class you're supposed to be in right now, you say, oh no, I have a study hall. Those are the teachers, that's what it says. All kidding aside, congratulations to all of our new captains and deputies. And the current captains, please stay on stage. Everybody else, please return your seats. All right, now for the winner of the 2023-2024 Green and White Cup. With a final score of 3,039 to 3,676, it is my honor to present the 2023-2024 Green and White Cup to the winning team. Can we get a slow clap up? Another congratulations to all the award winners today. Thank you very much for coming out. I know that it requires a lot of logistics, so thank you very much. You are dismissed. Thank you.